With us right now is Charlie Strange, whose son Michael was among those killed. We've been having a conversation that is electrifying. Charles, welcome back to the Savage Nation.
Thanks, Mike.
Really, so, Charles, tell us what your son Michael was like. Let's let the people hear what kind of boy he was. If it's not too painful, I don't want to do it if it's going to, cause you too much grief.
No, but Mike, I would like to tell you something that it's going to be breaking news that I went over with Jason Chavez. Is that when it happened August 6th, the Navy kept telling us everybody has to be cremated. Everybody has to be cremated. And in December, I called Dover and I asked for the autopsy reports, and they sent us a disc with the pictures too. And Michael jumped out of the helicopter. Michael was fighting for his life. I have pictures of him, and I showed them to Jason Chavez, and he picked right up on it. He said he was intact.
What do you mean? You mean he jumped out of the helicopter after it crashed? He was still living?
He was fighting. He had a gun in his hand, Mike.
And you have a picture of that, and yet they cremated his body?
Yes.
What sense does that make? Why would they do that? In other words, what would they be covering up if he was living when the helicopter went down? So they wouldn't be covering up that he was executed aboard the helicopter by the Afghanis. So what were they covering up?
Right. You know what that did to me, Mike? My son was there fighting for his life, and they didn't even send in the rescue team right away. I got it in the paperwork. They held him back. This was all planned, Mike. I have it in the paperwork. Wait
a minute. Normally when there's a crash like this, they send in a helicopter to pick up the survivors or to help them, right?
Correct.
Okay, now there was no chase helicopter, no support, nothing?
Nothing.
So you're saying they planned to execute your son and the others on purpose?
100%, sir. 100%. Petraeus left 10 days after it happened. He disappeared to the CIA, and then Benghazi happened. Admiral Eric Olson, he left 2 days after the crash, August 8th. But you know what that's like to see my son? He was laying there with a gun in his hand. He was. I'll show you the pictures. And then in the report, General Colt that did the investigation said, "Was there any survivors?" And the son of a bitch says, "Well, we have a 30 to 45 second video of a body cool down." So they watched my son die. That's what it says. I'm not military. It's in the paperwork. It's what they gave me. All I have is what they gave me.
So what? The general said that we have a picture of a body? That's all he said?
A video of a body cooling down. 30 to 45 seconds. It's in the paperwork. See,
I don't understand. If this helicopter was shot down by an RPG, as the military claims, your son survived that crash and was fighting to the end with a gun in his hand? Was he the only one who was there with the gun?
There's 8 others that were...
There was 8 of them that jumped out.
Oh, my God. And then they were killed by the Afghanis who were waiting for them? Is that it?
That's what it seems like.
Oh, God.
Jason.
Wait, hold it. It says, Strange says insurgents were boasting on the Internet they had taken out Team 6 shortly after the helicopter crashed. So they were boasting that after the craft went down, they were waiting for them and shot them up.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
Well, this scandal is greater than Benghazi, and there have to be answers to these questions. Look, you're not the only ones calling for questions anymore. The Ray Vaughn was on the show a while ago, and now he's going around. You're going around. Are the other parents going around with this, Charles?
We have probably about 9, because a lot of the parents can't take it. And then a lot of them, and this is the first time I'm going to say this in public, but a lot of them are getting threatened by the command.
Well, I was going to ask you that.